A good example that I talk about in the book is Barclays in the least trusted industry. And they were in this situation where there was reason not to buy at Barclays because people hated them, because they were blamed with their LIFO policy for the 2008 crash. And so they tried everything to regain that trust. Nothing worked. So then they changed their purpose. And three or four of them kind of stood up and got traction. One of them was called the Digital Eagles,
Yeah.
where a group of 17 people got together and said, we're going to go out and help people adapt to the digital age. And it's just sort of caught on. And today there's 17,000 Barclay employees that are in the Digital Eagle program. And they made some videos about some of the clients of the Digital Eagles. And these videos are really warm-hearted, and you got to know, one was Steve Rich, a soccer player that had hurt his knee and he couldn't run anymore, so he started playing walking soccer.
Yeah.
A 6 to a side, you have to walk. And trust what charged way back. Got a big lift in trust that they couldn't get any other way. So there's an example of a program that came sort of from the employees, and the employees could do anything they wanted. And it doesn't necessarily have to be related to your offering. And if you have a pretty dull offering, it probably shouldn't be. So a Trident, a financial services company, adopted Habitat for Humanity, and that became their partner.
When you said that, I'd seen all the adverts in the UK. We had all the adverts to do with Steve's story. I remember it on the TV, and it was completely out of my mind. And when you said Barclays and you said a program, in my head before you said it, the idea popped Digital Eagles. It just came in. And I hadn't thought about that since obviously seeing those adverts or seeing things every so often about it, but it was there, it was in my mind. And I remember those stories being really resonant in terms of like they really did cut through, and they felt authentic, and they felt true, and they felt real. And I think some of the things we were talking about a minute ago, where businesses can kind of tax something onto the side, it never feels as real as that. And that did feel real. And they still do it now. There was some programs they were doing recently I saw with adverts where they are supporting children with soccer support. And they've paired up with a footballer called Ian Wright and a few others to deliver these like soccer skills camps, I think, something like that. And again, it feels right and it feels true to them. But yeah, it was amazing when you said that, how it kind of, as soon as you said it, it all flooded back. The memory of seeing the advert, what it felt and all that sort of thing. It was kind of very interesting. Where can people find out more about yourself, about the book, and Profit as well?
Well, a good way is to follow me on LinkedIn, because I'm going to have a series of 10 posts on LinkedIn every Wednesday. I'm going to post something on a learning from the book. And that'll also have a link to the landing page